welcome you to housekeeping video. Thank you for coming up here. This means that you are interested in such work. I hope your interest will develop even further once you are done with this. There are three things that I will talk about in this housekeeping video. The first one is the naming convention that we are using to title the videos, because there are going to be a lot of videos. The systematic naming convention will orient us and enable us to navigate through the course properly. As mentioned in the opening video, that there are 5 universal realities that we will be working with one by one. Let's first of all share the name of those 5 universal realities so we can see how they fit into the naming convention. The first universal reality is nature, the marvel of physics and chemistry of this universe. The second one is time, the share of time me and you have on this planet. The third one is self, the most important thing. Fourth one is value system, the thing that drives self. And the fifth one is God. And it's not the preaching, of course. So these are the 5 mountainous realities that we will be getting into, and there is no way that we can cover them all. It's just that we will be getting into a specific way of going through one by one, and it's a climb. If we are going to ascend into high country, where the air might get thin also and the climb might get difficult also. So in addition to these 5 pieces, there is another piece called base camp. That's the first piece that we will work on, where we will not only acclimatize ourselves to what we are about to undertake, but also become familiar with the tools that we will be using during these climbs. Besides base camp, we have the last pieces post-summit. These 5 realities, universal realities, are taken as great mountains that we will be climbing, and eventually we'll reach the summit. So the last piece is post-summit. So altogether there are 7 pieces. So, and now that we know the pieces, these will be the first part of the naming convention. In each one of them, there will be headings and subheadings. For example, within nature, there are so many things that one can talk about. Well, for example, infinities, it's interconnectivity, it's oneness, and on. So we will have nature. The second one is, let's say, infinities, and then it might have subheadings also, like macro or micro and metaphysical and all that. So the whole naming convention will become nature, infinities, and macro. So you will know that. And within base camp, for example, we'll have base camp tools and the name of the tool that we'll be using. And if it has a subset of subheadings, we might have that. So that will be the naming convention that we'll be using. One other thing that I want you to understand is that all of these videos will be redone over time as better information comes, better production quality comes, better points come, better arguments come. So we'll be adding and deleting a lot of videos, so it will be a fluid structure, but the naming convention will stay the same. You might see naming convention that begins with addendum. It might be just an additional point to any original point that we are making, and up down the line, if another way of putting it or another point that has come that should be added to it, will be added to it specifically, so that it will have the same name, but then it will have the word addendum before it. So this is the kind of naming convention that we'll be using. The second thing that I want to talk about in this housekeeping video is the noise reduction, I call it. You will see that the comments are disabled. The views count and the likes and dislikes are disabled. This is just to make sure that whatever value you find in these videos are your personal. They are not impacted by the society, how society sees it. Whether society sees it as a marvelous thing or a horrendous thing should not jack it. You should have your own independent view of these videos. That's one of the things that we would like to maintain. And in the same regard, we stress that do not share these videos forward. I know it's it's not traditional. Everybody wants their videos to be shared, but solar system wants you to sit with these personally. Do not share forward. Don't think of sharing with others on the right on the onset. You might share it down the line once you have digested it and you truly find value in it. Then of course feel free to share yourself, but we highly recommend that don't share it just off the bat with others. So that's the second part. The third part of the housekeeping that I want to talk about is notice that there are no ads to it. We have not monetized it. Solar system believes that all good things in life are free. So there is no cost to it. Nobody's making money of it. But all the contents and the material of this course is copyrighted. We have a copyright on it so that nobody else can make money on top of it. So the permission is required. You can definitely share it, but we'll have to have permission in place to share this video. So this is the housekeeping part of it. The next part is we are starting, if you are ready for it, we'll get into base camp. The starting video for the base camp is the overview of the base camp, and then we will talk about that. Hope to see you at base camp.